Hey everyone, so today I'll be making an origami rose. I'll be showing you how to make this simple rose. There's a lot of models based on the rose. However, this is probably like one of the easiest ones. But some of you may find it challenging. So let's get started. This is a good challenge. We start by folding the paper diagonally. Like so. Do it this way too. So we get a cross in the middle. Next, what we do is we want to divide the paper vertically and horizontally into 8s. Let me show you what I mean by that. So let's fold the paper in half first, like so. Open it, fold the bottom edge towards the middle line. Open it again. Do the same thing here. Okay, so now the paper is divided into 4 parts. But we want to have it as 8. So we just fold the edge towards the line that we just made again. So just keep dividing between these two. Do it one more time and then we get 8. So like this. Same thing here. So you can see we got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The paper is divided into 8 halves. Now what we want to do is do it vertically too. So just rotate the paper and do the same thing that you just did. Make sure you use your nails to sharpen the creases. Some of them get really light later on, and we need to use all of them. So after you're done, you should be getting like an 8 by grid, like so. Like this. Okay, so out of the 8 by 8, you're gonna take the second one on one edge, and you're gonna fold a triangle towards it. Because it's an isosceles triangle, it basically cuts through the second crease for both of the corresponding sides. So we do that for one corner, as you can see. So you can see this line basically splits this 2 by 2 block in half. You do it for every single corner. See, there's a 2 by 2 block here, and you just want to fold down a triangle that splits it in half. Same thing here, 2 by 2 block. And then the last one. See, 2, just line it up with the second one. So once you're done this step, you are going to use the diagonals that you did in the very first step. Fold it in half, and then fold it in half again like this. Just using the diagonals. And you're gonna get a diamond shape. So on this diamond, you're gonna see 3 lines horizontally. 1, 2, and then 3. So you should be able to see 3 lines horizontally. So we wanna line the top vertex with the first line on top. So like this, just fold it down. And in this crease, you gotta push it very hard because it's a pretty important crease. Like this. Okay, open the whole thing now. Back to the little square looking thing. So you notice a square shape that we just created. What you wanna do is you wanna fold down all the sides of the square. Like this. See, I folded 2 edges down. I'm gonna do the same thing like this on all 4 sides. So yeah, basically you wanna fold all 4 sides down like this. So now what you do you fold these two diagonals, you want to fold them back too, like this. And then these two diagonals, you want to fold them also downwards like this. So you're gonna get this. So you're basically folding down the square and both the diagonals backwards. We call this a mountain fold. So now what you do is you can squeeze two sides together like this of the square. You can squeeze the square inside like this. What you're gonna form is something like this. And then you can bring this flap to the right. Same thing here. You can bring this flap to the right to flatten the model because it wasn't flat before. And then if you take a look, it should look like this. So you had the square before, and then you're just flattening the whole thing like this. Here, I'll show you one more time. So before you had this, and then we want to just do that. And utilize the square to move these two flaps. And then here you can fold down another flap like this. Doesn't matter which side, it's gonna turn out to be the same. Because guess what? On the back, there's a big flap like this. Turn this big thing all the way up. And then when you flip to the back, boom, you'll see. It's like a counterclockwise pattern. Just take a look at what it should be like. And then the counterclockwise pattern has a square in the middle. This is probably the hardest step. Take some practice. So at this point, we are going to use the grids that we did before again. So we see how there's a line here. It's basically the second one from the triangle, like 1, 2. And then that one should trace down to another vertical line like this. So we want to fold these two down like this, just to make sure everything is a bit clearer. I'm going to show you. So basically these two lines, 1, 2. You have this crease that you made before already. Now what you want to do is open up this little flap, push it in. So this part kind of pops out like this. Do the same thing here. So you're gonna use these two creases, 1, 2. This is why I said you have to make the creases sharp in the beginning, because or else it's hard to find these creases. These two, open up the flap, use your thumb, push it in, make a 3D. Like this. You basically pop this thing downwards. Same here. One line, second line. Just want to make sure they're very pronounced by folding them to the back. And then open the flap, push it in. To pop it out. Last one. 1, 2. Fold, make it more pronounced, and then just pop it back like this. So you're gonna form this thing. It's extremely 3D. If you look on the back, it looks like this. So after you have what you did here, you're gonna turn it to the back, and it should look like this. So you're gonna see there's a short edge and a long edge. We're gonna focus on the short edge. So on the short edge here, you can still see a grid. 1 square and 2 square. I'm gonna make a triangle based off of this grid, like this. Like this. So you're just tracing lines between this grid and this grid. And then you want to fold this flap up like this. Next, what you do is from this point here all the way to this point, these 2 points, I want to make a line between them, so like this. This step is a little bit weird, but it's okay, I'll show you all 4 sides. So you went from this, first you do the triangle, fold up the flap, from here to here, fold it straight up like this. And then bring this part over. It should overlap like this. And fold the extra part back like this. And use your nails to crease it. That's one side. Let's do it on all four. So this then will be the shorter edge I was talking about. So you still see the grid, 1 square and 2 square here. So you want to do the diagonal crease like this. Same thing here. Fold this flap up. Between here and here, make a line and fold it over like this. Now it's okay if the first one falls apart. We're gonna bring it all together in the end. So let's focus on the one you're doing right now. So again, from here to here, make the crease like this. Bring this flap over. As you can see, it's a cycle. And then fold it back. Like this. You know, the same with the first one. The first one is starting to fall apart, but it's okay. We'll bring it together soon. Then we do another one here. So again, the short edge here, right next to what you just did. Make a little triangle here. Fold the flap up. And then from here to here, make that crease and fold it over. Again, bring this over. Wrap this to the back, like so. Last one. Short edge, fold the triangle. Fold this flap up. Take this point, match it to this point. Fold this flap over, and then wrap it around. So now we try to do the same thing on all four sides. Just try to wrap this bit around. Make it consistent for all four sides. It's gonna be a little bit hard to do. It's just gonna take a little bit extra time to try to achieve this. But after you achieve it, the bottom should look like this. So now what you do, grab one of the corners wrapped around, bend it inside like this. Do that on all four sides. So grab this and then just bend it inside. Straight up inside. Same thing here. This, wrap it around, bend it inside. The last one too. Bend it inside. So you're gonna get something like this. Once you bend all four inside, it should look like this. Something like this. And then your top would look like this. Bottom looks like this. What you want to do is tuck this corner under this flap. So this corner goes in here. This corner will go in here. And then correspondingly, this corner will go under this flap. And I'm sure you understand. This one will then go into this flap. The last one is always the hardest, of course. This corner has to go into the first flap. It's to form the cycle. So you just want to stuff it in. The first flap like this. As you can see, we just made a whole cycle. So after you've done the back, let's work on the petals. But first we'll do the leaves. So you can see the little triangle that I've told you to fold it up. These ones you can actually flip them out a little bit like this. Do it on every side. So on top you got 4 leaves that are flipping out. Now your petal is actually here. So what we want to do is open up these layers one by one. And then keep in mind that you can stretch out the middle and make everything sort of this streamlined flower looking shape. And then adjust the leaves. You can curl the petals a little bit too. It's up to you. But at this point, we're pretty much done. Here we go. That's how you fold the rose. Thanks for watching.